What's up, everyone? It's Ernest with the Vision Factory Trading Co. And this video is going to be how to read the market and to know when to trade and when not to trade. I have 5 tips that I think will help you to be able to do so. So here we go. Number 1, you need to know what state you are in when you get to your desk. And what I mean is you need to know emotionally how you're feeling, you need to know mentally how you're feeling, and you also need to know physically how you're feeling. Are you getting there tired? Are you feeling angry or upset about something? Are you mentally drained or overwhelmed about something? Or maybe you feel super positive on the day. Either side kind of has their pros and cons. They both have trade-offs, but acknowledging to yourself, how are you feeling? Knowing what, you need to know like what tendencies you have in those states, so that you can be aware of them, so that you can put some sort of guardrail up when you are engaging in the markets. So a good example would be, there's days that I come to my desk, I'm tired, it's early in the morning, I didn't sleep well, maybe I had a bad day yesterday. So when I get to my desk, before I look for a trade, or even as I'm opening my charts, that's usually when I start talking to myself in my head, and I'll say, hey, I'm not really feeling the best right now. That means that I'm probably going to try to force a trade, or I'm going to try to rush. And so I'm going to wait 15 minutes just to try to let myself kind of calm down, or to kind of adjust something inside of myself. So anyways, know what state you're in. And one little tip that I would actually add on this would almost be like tip 1B, is do this the night before. So do it at your desk when you go to trade, but when you go to sleep the night before, like check yourself then. How did my day go? How am I feeling? You don't have to like journal this and write it all down and get all deep with it. It's just a quick like 60 seconds. Like as I'm going to sleep, I do this every night as I'm laying down. Hey, I'm not feeling the best right now. I feel like I'm probably gonna wake up a little tired. So I'm gonna, when I get to the desk tomorrow, I'm gonna be aware of how I'm feeling and be okay with that. Number 2, be okay with not taking a trade. So be okay with just simply not engaging the market, especially if the market is doing things that you're not used to or are not favorable for the way that you like to trade. Then be okay with being like, hey, you know what? Like I've been sitting here for 2 hours and I didn't really find a great opportunity. I'm out. Some people might make fun of you for that. You post that on X, you're going to get made fun of for it and be like, oh, you couldn't find a trade. Oh, look at this gap and this thing. And then the SMT and it's like, dude, who cares? Like, honestly, who cares? If you didn't find a setup that day that you liked, then just be okay to walk away. Don't say anything. Don't open the X app. Wait, a few hours before you open it if you really have to, but be okay with not taking a trade. If you miss an opportunity, that's different. Take note of it, figure out what went wrong, and you can adjust. Number 3, actually, I just said this. So if you spot a missed opportunity, don't sweat it. Just communicate with yourself. So this happens to me all the time. Market's trending. I'm looking for a pullback. It pulls back to an area that I'm like, okay, this would be my trade. I think it's my trade, but it looks like it's still kind of like on the reversal. And then the market just goes right back into the trend. And I'm like, oh, shoot. When that happens, it's okay. Like, just be like, oh, shoot, you know what? That sucks. And you know what happens? You're like, I'll tell you what happens to me. And maybe you relate to this. My heart rate goes up. I get like this sense of like, crap, like I was waiting for that setup. It just passed. Now I don't know what to do. Now I'm gonna have to wait. I don't know when the market's gonna pull back again to get in on the trend, or when the market's gonna come back to this level so I can buy it, or up here so I can sell it now. Like you get worried, like as if like that's the only opportunity that you're gonna have that day. And in those moments, I do my best to just talk to myself and say, okay, you know what? It's fine. I missed the opportunity. Another one will come. And again, back to the second point, the second tip, it was, if I miss a trade today, that's fine. Like I'll move on. So there's always another trade. Number 4, this kind of goes in line with number 3 and kind of number 2, but more so number 3, is plan out some sort of thesis for a trade before you take one. So sometimes like we rush into trades because it's like, well, the market looks like it might be doing a reversal, so let me just go ahead and punch in. Or it's trending, so let me just go ahead and buy here, and then we get caught in a pullback somewhere and we start getting chopped around. What I would recommend is especially when it comes to this topic of like, when should you trade and when should you not? Like, if you don't know, like there's days I get to the market and I'm like, I really don't know what the market's doing right now. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I used to get really frustrated about that. And now I just tell myself like, okay, all right, back to number 2. But in this case, when that happens, plan out an idea. Say, you know what? Buyers are kind of in this area. I think that if we get this type of movement, maybe we get a pullback into this area, I'll be looking for a long or a short here. Obviously, it depends on your trading style. If you're an ICT trader, then it's like, okay, I'm going to look for this gap. And until I see that gap and we retrace into one, I'm not taking anything, right? So when you're in moments of uncertainty, put out a simple thought of, I want to see this. And if this happens, I will take the trade. Number 5, this is a really interesting one because it's really been helping me a lot in my trading, is trade the higher time frame. Like so many people, especially in the futures market, we're trading on the 1 minute, 30 second, 5 second, like that stuff is so overwhelming. Your brain is trying to like analyze every little movement, every candlestick. It doesn't make any sense. And you're going to have some guru furu who is like, it's the 1 minute or die type of mentality. And that's so stupid. Honestly, it's really dumb. Like go watch the 15 minute, go watch the 30 minute, go watch the hour. If you're doing like, these quicker scalps, like most futures traders are, then, you can watch the 4 hour also, but like find something that you can align with. And something that this is just kind of like a tip, I guess, that's helped me is like, I'll watch the 30 minute, I'll take a look at the hour, but I watch the 30 minute, but I really watch the 15 minute. And that's actually the chart that I keep up as like my main chart. That's actually the one that's like in front of my face. The largest is the 15-minute chart. It used to be the 1 minute chart and I changed that. I moved the 1 minute chart to like a little tiny side panel. I'll have to get a screenshot of it sometime, but like it's literally all it is my execution chart. I don't touch it for anything else. I don't really read it too much for anything else. There's might be a couple of things where I will look at it, but I only look at it when it makes sense on like the 15-minute chart. So my recommendation would be trade, like put one of the larger, higher timeframes on your chart as the main chart. Keep those like smaller timeframes off to the side somewhere. And then when you see the alignment, then you can take the trade. And there's so many little nuances that I could go into of like, opens and closes and retracements, all this stuff. But this is meant to just give you some sort of advice, some sort of help on I'm messing up my own title here, but like how do I read the market to know when to trade and when not to trade? So those are the 5 different keys, 5 different things that have been helping me. And I hope they help you. If they have, leave a comment below. And I don't want to talk forever and keep you here forever. So see ya.